Welcome to the Essex County Environmental Center. The center is located on a wooded wetland habitat and has access to the Passaic River. This state-of-the-art facility was constructed as an environmentally friendly building using natural and recycled materials, innovative energy-saving technologies, and has a green roof which is used to manage stormwater.
This is such a great place to visit, a hidden gem in Roseland, New Jersey, and we found it. There are classrooms, exhibits, camps, programs, and lots of trails to explore. Today, we are lucky because we're going to meet the senior naturalist at the Environmental Center, David Alexander, who's going to teach us more about plant identification. David?
Hi guys, my name's David. Work here at the Essex County Environmental Center as the senior naturalist, and we welcome you to the trails, we welcome you to the center. We hope to see you out here. I understand that you'll be doing some studies looking at leaves, identifying leaves as you learn more about nature. If you were to visit here, there's a whole variety of different tree species you could find. Probably over 20 different tree species right here along the trail. And there's so many different things we look for. You might start out by looking at points on a leaf. So one of our common leaves here from the red maple tree has points. So you might see 3 points, and one of the ways that I remember the red maple is by spelling out R-E-D. So you'll have points, but you also might have a leaf that's smooth around the outside edge, or it might have serrations like the red maple here. You might also come across sweet gum. There's a sweet gum leaf. We like to say they've got 5 points, and you could spell out the word sweet, S-W-E-E-T. So there's all sorts of tricks to learning trees, and there's so many different kinds of trees, and they all have different purposes. So you might walk out here and it just looks like a forest. You might not have the skills yet to understand all the different species that make up the forest, but as you learn more, you really begin to uncover just how magnificent, how special this place is. Another tree, just one more to share with you. Another common tree is the oak. So here you have oak leaves, and these happen to be lobed oak leaves. So lobed like the fingers on a hand, right? So there's the lobe there. Well, there's all sorts of things to learn to help you become better at identifying. And sometimes as a naturalist we say we don't know it all, but we know where to find it all. With the skills of proper identification, you can use field guides, you can find resources that can help you to learn more and really open up a world of what you might be able to find while you're out here exploring nature. Thank you.
Thank you for the advice, David. Now let's go hit the trails.
Here is our guide map for today around the Environmental Center. There is just so much to see. This self-guided half-mile walk follows a wooded wetland habitat along a well-worn trail. The area borders the Passaic River and is a great area to explore wildlife and plant life. So to the left and the right of the trail, you'll see the plant known as fern. Ferns have been found in the fossil record about 360 million years ago. That's really amazing considering the fact that these plants have survived longer than the dinosaurs have. These are what the ferns look like up close. They have a very feathery appearance to them. Guys, be careful on the left over here. When you look at that tree, you'll see the giant hairy vine growing up it. And when you look at the trunk, you'll see that there are leaves that are in pairs of 3. These are poison ivy. So in order to remember this when you're out in the field, just remember these 2 rhymes. Hairy rope, don't be a dope, and leaves of 3, let it be. When you touch either the vine or the plant, the oils from either will get on your skin and cause the blisters and painful itching. Over here on your right, we have the pin oak. The pin oak is a hardwood tree that can be identified by its pointy-lobed leaves with prickly tips and the way the lower branches point towards the ground. It produces many acorns, which are important food for such wildlife as squirrels, chipmunks, and deer. Native Americans collected the acorns to make flour. In autumn, the leaves turn red, adding color to the wetland landscape. And now I'm going to show you guys the Leaf Snap app. When you want to use the app, you grab a leaf and put it towards a white background. Then you would use the app to take a picture like I have on my phone. So let me show you what you get after you take the picture. Once you click on one of the options, they'll give you several different varieties you can look at to identify the tree. They'll give you the scientific name, which is on the top. You can look at the groups of leaves and the different types of leaves the tree would have. You could see the flower and the acorn as well. And you can also see the branch types and the bark. This app is very useful, and you have to play around with it a little bit in order to make full use of the app. This is the backyard seed area for the Environmental Center. This is where the birds and wildlife come for fast food. Do you guys have any plants in your backyards that produce seeds? Here is an example of an invasive species known as garlic mustard. These plants were brought over by Europeans and used as culinary herbs. What these plants now do are they cover the ground and prevent new plants from growing, since they shade out the new plants and prevent them from getting sun. Invasive species are a big threat to forest ecosystems. We don't have enough time to go into detail here, but there is a lot of info on the blog for you. There is also a link to a great website that you see here that allows you to see invasive species by area. Please take the time to check it out. Deer are another very devastating problem to forest ecosystems. There's a lot more about deer overgrazing on the blog, and I'd like you guys to read more about it and understand it, because we're going to be going over this a lot in our new unit. This area is known as the Native Plant Forest Garden. It was fenced in by the Environmental Center in order to prevent deer from eating the native plants. So here we are back at the beginning. I know this was a really short field trip, but I put up more information for you guys to go through on Blockster. Please look over them tonight, and we'll discuss it tomorrow in class.